So now you've filled out the FAFSA, the free application for federal student aid, and you've received your student aid index, or SAI. What do you do with that number? Well, your student aid index represents in a dollar amount how much the government says you can afford to pay for college per child. Now, SAI can range from a negative number, negative 1,500, all the way up to hundreds of thousands of dollars. And your student aid index is based on mom and dad's assets, mom and dad's income, students' assets, students' income, and the age of your parents. So depending on mom and dad, how much money you make and how many assets you have, that's how the government will determine how much you can afford to pay for college. Now, if you have a negative SAI or student aid index, no, the government's not going to pay you to go to college. It's a wonky calculation that's part of the new 2021 FAFSA Simplification Act. So if you have a negative SAI, that basically means that you'll be 100% need eligible. Now, if you have an SAI that says 5467, that means you'll be responsible for paying $5,467. So that SAI really is a dollar value, but it doesn't stop there. So don't cheer too loudly if you have a very low SAI, because what happens is that's just a number that goes into this equation to determine how much need you're going to be eligible for. So the equation is cost of attendance, that's the sticker price of every school, minus student aid index, that's how much you're expected to pay, and then that equals need, the amount of money that you could get help with. Now, the people who help you with this need could be the federal government, the state government, or the school that your student ultimately attends. Now, if you have a lower SAI, you will be eligible for Pell Grants. A Pell Grant is money from the government that does not have to be paid back. And the maximum amount of a Pell Grant for the 2024-2025 school year is about $8,000. You need to understand, just because you have need doesn't mean you're going to get the need filled, because need mostly is filled by the school in which your student ultimately attends. So let's go over that equation one more time. Cost of attendance minus student aid index equals need. So if the school I'm attending is $35,000 and I have a SAI of $10,000, that means I can get help with $25,000. Now, you can get help in 3 different ways. The first way is free money. The school can decide to give you free money. Yay, we love that. The second is loans. Loans have to be paid back. And the third is that they can do nothing. So remember, if I have $25,000 worth of need, the schools are not required to fill that or to help me with that amount. So that's where you have to be very discerning on which school your student ultimately goes to, because not all schools are equally generous. There are schools that will meet 90% of your need. By the way, there's very few schools that will meet 100% of your need, but there's schools that will make 80% of your need, and there's schools that will meet 50% of your need. And remember, 50% of my need could be all loans. So understanding how generous the schools are is going to go a long way in helping you save on the cost of college. As a reminder, cost of attendance minus student aid index, that's what they can say you can afford to pay, equals need. Need is the amount you can get help with, but you're not always going to get that need filled. For more information, subscribe to my YouTube channel. And if there's anything I can do to help out, please don't hesitate to reach out to me directly. Thank you very much.